UFC history. The king is back.
Dagestan, Russia, Khabib, the Eagle, Magomedov.
So incredibly disappointing.
Champion of the world, Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov.
If you don't like Khabib and you don't like what happened or whatever, then fight Khabib.
I'm here. Send me a message, like location. I'm gonna come. Whatever you want, doesn't matter. Ireland, New York, Brooklyn, or Moscow, doesn't matter. Tell me.
Well, when you see a guy like Khabib Nurmagomedov just run through people in the UFC and you know where that guy's from, you got to go, well, how many more of those guys are over there? You know?
Yeah.
The Dagestan crew, and that's Zabit too. He's from Dagestan. Isn't Islam Makhachev, isn't he from that part of the world as well?
Yeah, yeah. That's where...
Killers. There he is. Boom, 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 boom. That's it.
Yeah. So the
First
Caucasus,
round.
right?
Yeah. That's a warrior group of people.
Yeah. There's a lot of
history.
So I get to go there a lot. I mean, it's really exciting. I get to see a lot of really cool stuff.
What is Dagestan like?
Okay, Dagestan was a blast. Dagestan was fun, man.
Really?
Yeah, I went there. I was there with who was also at the show. They brought over Verdun and those guys weren't working. Verdun and Anderson Silva, those guys were watching fights. But I was working. But
right.
yeah, they took us around. They showed us a lot of really cool stuff. I went to like school where some kids, wrestling school, like a lot of schools that were athletic, with an athletic orientation, and seeing these little kids. Man, they put this little kid up on a bar and had him doing pull-ups, man. He was doing pull-ups. I mean, this little bitty kid did, I mean, it must have been at least 15 pull-ups. And then,
how old was he?
I mean, he was a little kid.
Like 5, 6?
No, like something like 9 or something like that. And when the coach pulled him off, he was mad. You could see he was mad. He's like, man, I got more. You know what I mean? He was mad, like, well, to show the people what I could do. Wow. But, and the crowd, they loved MMA so much. They were like, it was like, you know what it was like? It was like, you ever watch those videos of like, the Beatles, you know what I mean? When all the people going crazy, but it's not teenage girls. It's like a bunch of hard little wrestlers.
Wow.
All just packs like, ah. Yeah, I've got some pictures from somewhere. Yeah, I can show them to you.
Wow. So it's that popular over there.
Yeah.
Now, did you see the video of those dudes when Khabib beat Conor and they're shooting machine guns into the air?
Oh, I didn't see that, but I saw one of my friends from that area sent me some pictures. She was out on the street. She sent some pictures to my wife of them, some video of guys shooting and horse racing. Had horses. There were horses down. Yeah, some video. That was like,
horse racing and shooting guns at the same time.
People were so excited about that. That was some energy there. Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? You're from a place that many parts of the world have never heard of. Until I don't know how much I thought about Dagestan before Khabib came around, and then now they have not just a world champion, but a guy who smashed the most famous fighter on the planet,
right?
Or one of the most famous fighters on the planet. It's like him and Floyd Mayweather are probably the two most famous fighters.
Yeah,
And Khabib just ran through him. So like, he's a huge star over there.
Yeah, yeah, he's huge. So yeah, it's a fun place to go. Matter of fact, I got to see a lot of cool stuff.
Look at this. Dagestan explodes with delight after Khabib defeats McGregor. They're all going crazy with their hats on. Look at people out in the street cheering.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. Conor's, all the shit talk leading up to that fight, man, did that backfire. Like, on some people it works, And on some people, it doesn't work at all, and it just makes him more relentless. When Khabib was hitting him, going, "Let's talk now. Come on, let's talk now."
Well, that's
Bam.
the thing with him, because he talks the whole time, right? Yeah, from the beginning of the day, he starts talking.
Khabib does?
Oh, yeah, he starts talking.
Really? What does he say?
Well, didn't you hear when he was fighting Johnson?
Yes, he's telling him, give up.
Yeah.
You know, I need that title shot. Give up. And then he got him in that horrific Kimura. I was watching that Kimura. I was like, don't you fucking tap. Come on, man. Tap. Come on, man. Just feeling everything going pop, snap, pop. Oh, they didn't want to tap, man. Johnson's a tough guy.
Yeah, but I the smack talk, I mean, that's what Conor does. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but this was a different level. Let's talk. He's like, come on, let's talk now. Can we hear it?
Yeah, it's Michael Johnson. Yeah.
Oh.
In between all that,
You have to give up. Yeah.
He sounds like he really cares about him, too.
you know this, I deserve.
You know this, I deserve it. I have to fight for the title. You know this, I deserve it. As he's beating him.
All right. Yeah.
And he's talking to someone on the sideline.
I think that we do that fight again at 135 pounds now for the 135-pound title.
All right, now or never, McGregor, Cerrone.
Yeah, I like that fight too. You know, they both have called each other out. First of all, Cowboy, tell me the last boring fight that guy was in.
Right.
The answer is never.
Yeah.
He just bust into the top 10. Warrior, unbelievable fight he just had. And Conor McGregor's fought anybody we've ever asked to. If these two want to fight, I'm in.
Any desire for McGregor-Diaz 3?
No.
Never.
That's more of a never. The Diaz brothers, they don't want to fight. So.
All right, Khabib, McGregor 2, now or never.
Khabib, McGregor 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say never, but not now.
Not yet.
So what I'd like to do, he's going to have his suspension. I think what needs to happen is Khabib versus Tony Ferguson, do Conor and Cowboy, and if they both come out of that, we do the rematch.
How about Dana White, Oscar De La Hoya?
Listen, Oscar called me out. He's an idiot. So when you're a moron like he is, yeah, you have to.
Formidable opponent, wrestles bears since he's a kid, has put a lot of time into his stand-up work, and he was a lot sharper than I anticipated he was going to be. So I've got to respect that. It was his big moment. Yeah. It's easy to do this once, okay? It's very easy for someone to be given something and to do it just one time. That's like you'll put your absolute all into it, but to do it time after time and year after year, that's when the motivation kind of dips. That's when the dedication kind of lacks, and that's when people treat. I'm very confident, very eager, very in shape. Let's keep it going.
He didn't want to stand with
me. Almost dropping someone, because he almost dropped me. He didn't drop me. I got back up on my feet, threw shots, threw a knee, and then he shot. Imagine almost dropping someone with a picture-perfect shot, a picture-perfect punch, and then shooting for the legs.
That's a pussy
Done.
shit, bro. He's a coward.
And then you shoot for the legs,
Coward.
stand up. And when you beat a man convincingly, it's not really necessary to go back for a rematch, but when there's dispute, or when or if there's dispute, then there must be a rematch. There's been dispute in my last one. I slapped his brother and his cousin around on top of the cage. He tried to jump on the one. This is not over, so there's dispute. There's got to be a rematch.
Now be president of the UFC, and just as a fight fan, who do you want to see Khabib fight next? As a fight fan, who would you want to see?
I mean, as a fight fan, you got to go with Tony. Tony had the belt, tweaked his knee, got stripped. This fight happens. Tony never lost.
Both checks, the Nevada State
the belt in a fight. Neither did Conor.
We're turning over film to the Nevada State Athletic Commission right now. They're going to watch the camp. I mean, this is a big deal. It could be suspension for Khabib. Are these guys going to get visas again to get back in the country? Big fines. That's why they're holding their purses. It's a big deal.
How do you feel about Khabib, his actions, just him?
Well, that was how it's. Listen, Conor's corner man, got this thing going. Khabib diving over was ridiculous. I mean, you just won a great fight. You fought brilliantly. You're about to get the belt on, and people are going to respect the fact that you fought well and you won the fight.
but instead you dive over the cage and start this huge melee with Conor's corner. I actually didn't allow him to get the belt put on because I knew what was going to happen when we did it. People were going to start throwing whatever they had down into the octagon. So I said, let's just get him out of here. We'll have Buffer announce it. And then sure enough, as soon as they started going through the tunnel, exactly what I knew was going to happen. I was like, we'll be lucky enough just to get him out of here without the belt. So it's bad. There's going to be an investigation by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and there's going to be big money fines, and these guys are in big trouble.
Where are these guys right now?
Who?
Khabib and Conor. Are they in their locker rooms? Or?
Conor's in his locker room with his family and his friends, and I don't know where Khabib is, but 3 of his guys have been arrested.
Did you speak to Conor?
I did.
What did he say? What do you say about it?
He's like, I don't care about any of this. He says, this doesn't matter to me at all. That's whatever. He says, obviously he's upset about losing the fight.
I know that we got to see what the commission says, what the Metro Police have to say about this, but as the president of the UFC, do you feel like what is going to happen to Khabib, his title? What do you think is an appropriate punishment?
I
here?
don't know. We need to see what happens here. Again, we need to see how this plays out. Nobody's ever done that. Nobody should ever do that. And then the other guys jumping in and start going after Conor. The guy just fought 4 hard rounds, and you guys are going to jump in fresh and try to, it's bad. It's all bad.
We were talking about